Hey everyone, welcome back to the first video of 2026. And in this video, I just want to describe about my 2025 financial mistakes and the couple of solutions that I will be implementing this year. Sorry for the traffic noise, as I'm just going to the office and I'm on the streets of Indranagar, and it's a peak time for everyone to go. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. So number one mistake that I did in 2025 was expecting more on something that I never committed. So what that means is in 2024 December, because of one video that got viral on web design, I got a project. I got a 7 lakhs worth of project, which I completed, and it was really very successful. But based on that, I imagined or expected like 2025, if I make more videos, I will be getting more of projects, and that will lead to more income, which didn't happen. And based on that, I invested more on the setup, more on the infrastructure, but not on the right skill. So that is one mistake of the starting on the 2025, that not investing in skill but investing in infra, that led to not utilizing that infra basically, and loss of money. So that's the first mistake. Second mistake was not having a backup finance support. What I mean by that is, if you're doing a job, there's no guarantee of that business will not go down or there will be no impact. So what happened is, during the March time, the last year, because of US tariffs, the company where I used to work as a designer, they had to do cost cutting. And during that cost cutting, as I was the only designer, they can't remove me, as everything was dependent upon me. But they were not even able to keep me with my full salary. So they asked me to get into a contract which is hourly basis, and that led to significant decrease in the income that I used to get. And that made me feel like I should have some savings, not as a savings, not as an emergency fund, but somewhat other source of income. Other source of income as a designer you could have from YouTube, as making videos, and you can also mentor. So all those other revenues, other ways I didn't try it, which impacted a lot. So second mistake is not having a other source of income other than your main income. So the formula is that you should have 60% dependency on one main source of income, and other combined should make up to 40%. And your one source of income should not be more than 60%, because if that 60% fails, your daily expenses, your basic needs will be get impacted, which is not good. So maintain that 60 to 40 ratio on your finances. So that's the second mistake. Third mistake is kind of a scam that happened with me. So the scam was because of the contract one. I was searching for more freelance work, and I have taken more work than I should have. That led to not being focused on the quality of the designs. But during that time, only one foreign client, texted me that they need a logo design from me, and I started working on the project without taking any advance. So third mistake is that you should always take advance payment before starting any work, because if you don't take it, then you will be on the verge, like you will be on the lower side, and you need to follow back, you need to ping the client to get the payment. So get the advance payment done first. And next is so I didn't take the advance payment, and what that led to is so that was a scam. So the client wanted to pay. I completed the project and sent the logos to him, and he wanted to pay me, but they were using some other payment method. So it was called something like Skrill, and they sent me email for account creation and all of those things. And I was very desperate to get the money. I didn't check the email, which was a fake one. And I followed the steps, and because of that, I lost 1 lakh rupees. It's a mistake that costed, but I have seen many other my friends who have lost more than that because of such scams, and I feel that you should be failing. And even in yesterday, the founder was also saying the same thing. If you don't fail, you can't grow. So the scams and everything are not a defining factor for you being dumb or something like that, but it's a factor that you can afford to fail and come back strong. And because of that only, the next project that I did, which is PUBKey, that led to me get a new job with the highest salary package that I ever imagined. I'm right now in Bangalore because of that only. So that scam led to something good, but the mistake is that not verifying and not taking advance payment for the work that you have done. Next is you need to understand the psychology of money. The psychology of money is that you need to spend money on only on the things that you require the most. And there is a rule also. If you are buying something and if you don't get that need or like that urge to buy it even after 3 4 days, then you should buy it, because then it's something that is valuable to you and you should be investing. Plus, one more thing that I learned is that when we are buying something, we only take the best use cases, like what I can do with that product, how that can be useful. But also think that what if the product use case is over, and what you will do after that, like what happens after you have used the product? Will that be sitting idle in your cupboard, or what will happen? Because that is very important to assess before buying the stuff. So that's the fifth mistake. Sixth mistake is trusting a friend, which led to me giving that friend 1 lakh rupees, and yet he has not returned. So never ever have any financial transactions within your family, friends, or someone you care. But I think that whoever is in need will have some backup, will have some support from their parents, if that is right. And if it is wrong, then only it will come to other persons for help. So if the money has went from your pocket to someone else's pocket, consider it as gone. It will never come back. That applies to everything. So that's the sixth mistake. Seventh and the last mistake of 2025 from a financial side is that not tracking your expenses. What I mean with this is, not tracking means you can't have a one application that you can use to track, and there is no good financial app that can adjust based on your needs, and you can create your finance tracker. The best thing is you can use a Google Sheet and use UPI or different bank accounts for different purposes. What I do is I have three accounts. So I use one for daily expenses, one for investment, and one for emergency fund. So that's the seventh thing. So with that, this video is over. I hope you have learned something, and happy new year, and make this 2026 a better financial and growth driven year for you. So with that note, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.